Shubhodaya, good morning all. We have been seeing the meditation chapter this term, Dhyana Yoga. In the meditation chapter, it's redefines it's a new dimension of new meaning for yoga is given. Yoga means sannyasa. Yoga means doing yoga is the combination of karma, bhakti, raja and jnana yoga. It's a combination, it is mentioned. It defines what is karma yoga, doing the action, not getting attached to that one. It is called as karma yoga. Bhakti, it also defines the bhakti. Bhakti is a devotion without expecting anything. That is called as bhakti. And bhakti cannot come without jnana, without knowledge. You can't get the bhakti. Bhakti, it's not a blind bhakti, with conviction. That is called as jnana. And also it says to do yoga, we need a stable mind. It's a balanced mind is required. It's a Raja Yoga. All four are required to do a meditation. And in Bhagavad Gita, that in the meditation chapter, it talks about meditation, shanai ruparamaret. That little by little, that when you are doing that one, not in all go, that little by little, that whenever you are doing that one, it's little by little you practice, start with that one, you'll make a progress. And for example, last week we had Surya Namaskar on the mountain. We did 151 rounds. It's last term or before term, when we are doing 5 Surya Namaskars, we were exhausted. There is no energy. We were exhausted. Slowly we increased to 10. Our ability increased. Slowly 15, 20, 25, 50, and we could able to do 151. Where is that stamina is there? Stamina is within us. By practice, little by little, by practice, we can accomplish that the goal we want to achieve. It's the same thing, meditation also. Little by little, by the practice of that one, we can achieve the great heights in meditation. And another one in Bhagavad Gita, in the meditation chapter, Sri Krishna says, Prashantasya vigatabihi, have a serene mind and without any fear. Some people say that I can't meditate, it's so scary, that they take an excuse, you need a guide to do that one. Without guide, you can't do that one. And some people say they see various visions, they are too scared. It says, without fear, without any calm mind, serene mind, you have to do the meditation. That without, it's not to be scared of anything, without that. Have a balanced mind, calm mind, without fear, do the meditation. And it also talks about how to do the meditation. How to sit, it says it's seat, firm seat, back, neck and head in one line, and sthiram sukham asanam. Sit in a comfortable position. And where should be our gaze? Our gaze should be at the tip of the nose. When you are doing the meditation, sit, it's a gaze in the tip of the nostrils, and be aware of the breathing, with the slow breathing. Start off with that one. Sri Krishna gives that indication. And when you start doing meditation, when you start off here, as we practice with over the month of practice, over the years of practice, you notice though your consciousness has started off here, slowly it starts rising up. The consciousness, you feel, though eyes are gazing in the Shambhavi Mudra, to begin with the Shambhavi Mudra, slowly your consciousness rises up, and as if you are gazing here, that your awareness, it rises here. And doing that one, we start experiencing the light within. That we see the light. And the Surya Namaskar, that we did the Surya Namaskar, that is the purpose of Surya Namaskar. When we are doing that one, they say rooster, when it sees the light, it makes the noise. That they say, though it's a rooster says, it is saying Omkara, that actually it says ku, that it's instead of ku, that it says ka instead of, it says ka, but actually says and u, it says Au. It says Omkara. His rooster is saying the Omkara looking at the light. And for a dhyani, for a meditator, that when that person experiences the light within, that person experiences the sound within. That is the Omkara sound. That all the time, that Omkara sound, it is experienced. It is in a metaphor. They are saying that it's like a rooster looking at the sunrise. It makes the noise. So is the meditator experiences when the meditator sees the light, starts experiencing the sound within. That Omkara sound, it's experienced. It's a meditation. It's a beautifully explained that what are the steps by step, that where we are, that in that the light is when the Arunodaya sun is dawned. It's a Surya Namaskar also. Is saluting to the sun means when the sun is dawned, that we experience the nada, we experience the nada. And why we had to do the meditation? After all, that what is the purpose of meditation? And many corporates like Westpac and many companies, when they start the work, they are implementing at least 5 minutes, everyone got to meditate. That many corporates also, they are implementing that one here. What is the purpose of meditation? And Bhagavad Gita, that in this meditation chapter, in the last one, it gives an indication why we had to make a meditation. Everyone should do the meditation. It's irrespective that whatever path we take, everyone should do the meditation. It says, tapasvibhyo adhiko yogi jnanibhyopi mathodikaha karmibhyascha adhiko yogi tasmat yogi bhavarjuna. Tasmat yogi bhavarjuna. Therefore, Arjuna, become a yogi, become a meditator. Because the meditator, the one who is meditating, he is better than the person who is doing the austerities. All the time, all the vrata, all the austerities, one who is doing, he is more than that one. He is higher than the jnani. He is higher than the karmibhya, one is action oriented. Tasmat yogi bhavarjuna. Therefore, you become a meditator. If you read that one, that you can't understand what it is trying to say, that one. It's a lot of contemplation is required. It's a tapasvi. People were doing the tapas for decades. It says meditator is better. It's better than the jnani. That it says jnana is the highest one. But here it says meditator is better than the jnani. It says meditator is better than the karma yogi. What is the purpose? That what is the underlining message Sri Krishna wants to convey? It says meditator, when we start meditating, now you are listening to me. That whatever you are hearing, it is only raw information. Whatever I am reading, it is only raw information. Whatever food I eat, it's only raw food. But when we start, that we have to convert this raw information into the refined information. And only we can refine that one when we can meditate. When we sit quietly, and when we start meditating, the heavy parts in the information comes down, settles down, only the crystal clear things starts appearing. And when you start doing that one, austerities, we do the austerities without the understanding that one. When you do the meditation and do the austerities, you enjoy that one. If raw information, the meditator, that jnana of the meditator is much higher, because that person can see much better than ordinary people with a lot of information. Karmibhyascha, one who is doing action all the time, it's without knowing, that meditator that can perform the action much better. Therefore, become a meditator and do the austerity. The message of Bhagavad Gita: meditate and do the austerity. Meditate and acquire knowledge. Meditate and do the action. Then only you will be successful. That is the message of meditation. Message of doing meditation. Meditation means not withdrawal, running away. Meditation is performing the action much better than others. other people also doing, but the meditator can do it much better. That is why that all the corporates also now they say, settle down, 5 minutes contemplate. Then whole day you can perform better. You can excel. The customers will be happier. You will excel in your job. That's why meditate. And it says whether we are working for a big corporate or not, it's a meditation. Helps in our understanding of the scriptures and in our action. And we can be distinctly different from others. It's the benefit of meditation. And we'll repeat the summary, whatever covered. We'll go through halfway through that, up to around 25 shlokas we'll cover. So, and also that if you try to bring a Bhagavad Gita, also it is, when you hear this one, it's very melodious to hear Bhagavad Gita. That Gita means it's one is very melodious to hear. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Anashrita Karma Palam Karyam Karma Karoti Yaha Sasanyasi Cha Yogi Cha Na Niragni Na Chakriyaha Yam Sanyasamiti Prahur Yogam Tam Vidhi Pandava Nahyasanyasta Sankalpo Yogi Bhavati Kaschana Aruruksho Munir Yogam Karma Karana Uchyate Yogarudasya Tasyaiva Karana Uchyate Yada hi nendriyartheshu Na karma sunusajyate Sarva sankalpa sanyasi Yoga rudastadochyate Uddareratmanatmanam Na atmanam avasadayet Atmaiva atmano bandhuhu Atmaiva ripuratmanaha Bandhuratma atman anatmanastasya Bandhuratma atmanastasya Yenatma atmanajitaha Anatmanastu shatrutve Varteta atmaiva shatruvat Jitatmana prashantasya Paramatma samahitaha Shitoshna sukhadukkeshu Tatha manapamanayoho Jnana vijnana triptatma Kutasto vijitendriyaha Yukta ityuchyate yogi Samaloštashma kanchana Suhranmitra udasina Madhvastva dvesha bandhushu Sadushvapi cha papeshu Samabuddhir vishishyate Yogi yunjita satatam Atmanam rahasi stitaha Ekaki yata chittatma Nirashira aparigraha Shuchodeshe pratishtapya Stiram asana atmana Nati ucham nati nicham Chailajina kushottaram Tatrekagram manakritva Yata chittendriya kriyaha Pavishya asane yunjat ಯೋಗ ಆತ್ಮ ವಿಶುದ್ಧಯೇ ಸಮಂ ಕಾಯ ಶಿರೋಗ್ರೀವಂ ಧಾರಯನ್ ಅಚಲಂ ಸ್ಥಿರಃ ಸಂಪ್ರೇಕ್ಷ್ಯ ನಾಸಿಕಾಗ್ರಂ ಸ್ವಂ ದಿಶಶ್ಚ ನ ಅವಲೋಕಯನ್ ಪ್ರಶಾಂತಾತ್ಮ ವಿಗತಭೀಃ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಚಾರಿ ವ್ರತೆ ಸ್ಥಿತಃ ಮನಃ ಸಂಯಮ್ಯ ಮಚ್ಚಿತ್ತೋ ಯುಕ್ತ ಆಸೀತ ಮತ್ಪರಃ ಯುಂಜನ್ನೇವಂ ಸದಾತ್ಮಾನಂ ಯೋಗಿ ನಿರತಮಾನಸಃ ಶಾಂತಿಂ ನಿರ್ವಾಣ ಪರಮಾಂ ಸಂಸ್ಥಾದಿ ಅಧಿಗಚ್ಚತಿ ನಾತ್ಯಶ್ನತಸ್ತು ಯೋಗೋಸ್ತಿ ನ ಚೈಕಾಂತಮನಶ್ನತಃ ನ ಚಾತಿ ಸ್ವಪ್ನಶೀಲಸ್ಯ ಜಾಗ್ರತೋ ನೈವ ಚಾರ್ಜುನ. It says why we are not successful in dhyana, in yoga. It's yoga, we are not successful in yoga for the person who is overeating. So eats quite a lot, and yoga is not successful for the person one who is not eating at all. It's one who is too indulging, one who is not indulging at all. It's a yoga, it's one who is a glutton and not starving all the time. Yoga is not for that person. One who is sleeping all the time, one who is not sleeping at all. Yoga is not that for the person. And next one it says the key to success in yoga, yukta ahara viharasya yukta cheshtasya karmasu yukta swapna avabodhasya yogo bhavati dukkha. Stop here. Lie down on your back.